Since King Salman came to power earlier this year, it's been an eventful time for Saudi Arabia. In March, it launched attacks on the Iranian-backed Shiite Houthi rebels in Yemen. This summer, it watched as its arch-rival Iran concluded a nuclear deal with the United States and other nations. Meanwhile, Islamic State continues to threaten and the war in Syria rages on. So what's next? Is Saudi Arabia becoming more assertive? What are its goals? And is it a force for stability or more conflict in the Middle East? We begin with CCTV's Yasser Hakim, who joins us from Cairo. And Yasser, can you give us a quick update on the situation in Yemen right now? How heavily engaged is Saudi Arabia, and what is it hoping to accomplish there?
Yes, Saudi Arabia, as time goes on, it gets even more engaged than before. Last week, it was the first time that we see Saudi Arabian troops entering Yemen, not just airstrikes and so forth, but ground troops in Yemen. And that's another stage that was not expected, because Saudi Arabia said the war will not go for long, but it has been continuing. Now, the air raids are continuing, and more troops are being trained in Saudi Arabia, Yemeni troops, and going back to Yemen to fight the Houthis, as well as more arms are expected to Saudi Arabia. 2 frigates are expected to be bought from the US soon to be used also in Yemen. The situation is increasing. Saudi Arabia wants to get rid of Houthis in Yemen because it feels that they are a tool by Iran to push Iran's presence in the region and the Shiite presence in the region, and very close to the borders with Saudi Arabia. So it feels the threat is at home at this point. If it's not taken away from Yemen, then the next step could be Saudi Arabia itself.
So yes, overall, are we seeing a more assertive Saudi Arabia since King Salman became leader earlier this year?
Well, since he took over, he changed the hierarchy in Saudi Arabia. He changed his assistants, all the crown princes. He bought younger ones. He bought more bold politicians. And he's the one who orchestrated the coalition to fight in Yemen. So, yes, he looks more assertive in that. He's the one who also went to meet the Russian President, Vladimir Putin, in Moscow. Another change in politics to try to reach a solution in Syria. So there is more aggressive and positive action politics by the new king in Saudi Arabia in the short time that he took power.
And how would you assess the state of relations between Saudi Arabia and its arch-rival in the region? That's, of course, Iran.
Well, it's tense. You've got the Yemeni file, you've got the Syrian file, and you've got the nuclear weapons issue. And obviously, you've got from before the islands that are taken over by in the United Arab Emirates that Iran said it belongs to them and has taken it over, occupied. And the Gulf states say it's owned by the United Arab Emirates. So there's a lot of files there. Concerning Yemen, we've talked about Houthis. In Syria, Bashar al-Assad is backed by Iran and Russia. The US and Saudi Arabia want him out of power, and that's why Saudi Arabia is helping Sunni extremists to fight the Shiite militias in Syria. Then you've got more tension, more worrying after the US has managed to deal with Iran on the nuclear issue.
Thanks, Yasser. That's CCTV's Yasser Hakim.